That's very true.
Border Barrels. Hutto just offered to play a cool song to lead us in, and realised he didn't know any cool songs. Yeah. So here we are.
No cool songs.
Well, he ran through his top songs of the year last week, so it's up to the listeners to decide if they think they're cool songs.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty interesting that a couple of hottest 100s come up. And also just on that, we realised we didn't go through the beers that we voted for the hottest 100, so we'll have to go through those at some stage.
Oh, we're revisiting that. I thought that was that was Titanic level bad.
No, I think I remember.
Because I don't know any of mine.
Oh.
I know one of them.
Oh, no, I remember.
But
I can go through mine right now.
Okay, go.
So my angle was I went for beers that I do like, but I did go the local angle as well because I think it's important those local breweries get a bit of a go. So Bridge Road Pale.
Yep.
Definitely.
I went for it's not really local, but it's a beer it's a brewery that I like. Status Quo. Voted for Status Quo.
Yep.
Mountain
Culture.
Mountain Culture.
I was like, I don't know the brewery Status Quo.
I went for Crankshaft. That was.
Oh, I know. I get the theme here.
Yeah, so I went for those because it's like
everything that will have a chance of beating Larry.
Pretty much. But I have to say with Bright Brewery, I couldn't vote for Alpine Lager. I couldn't. So I voted for it's the Stubborn Stout or whatever they call it now.
But also
because Stubborn Country Redacted.
Yeah, Stubborn Country Redacted.
Bright advertised the Alpine Lager as the one to vote for. And you're not saying it's crap, just not one you wanted to fully vote for. But they're the IPA they do is fantastic.
Yeah, MIA. I almost voted for MIA, but I voted for the Stubborn. And the other one was just a random Deeds entry because I love Deeds, and that was dot your T's and cross your I's.
Oh yeah, I think while you're talking, I'm thinking that I voted for a Deeds, and I reckon I went snake oil.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. I reckon you sent it to me.
You
might have put it in the group.
All of this.
I voted for Status Quo as well, and I voted for Be Kind Rewind.
Yep.
The other two I can't remember.
The other two have escaped you.
Yeah. I don't reckon I put it in our group chat. If I sent it to you, it would have been.
While you look, I can remember mine.
Yeah, go, yeah.
I had number one beer of the year. That's the thing, you've got to pick your favourite too, apparently. Like whichever one you put first is meant to be your favourite beer. So I went for the Hope F11 Jet Fuel, whatever, the red IPA.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I voted for that.
Yeah. I also had the...
I can't remember.
I also had and hot off the heels of last week, we mentioned it, the Ether Earl Grey Creme Brulee.
Yeah.
The same as Simo with the Deeds, the dot your T's and cross your I's.
Yeah.
Also from the GABS pack, the quadruple red from Six String.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And a beer I had from Shapeshifter while I was in Adelaide, which was, I think, Above and Beyond, which was, I think, an oat cream IPA that was 8%. And it had Brew 1 in it, and it was my first real time I was trying to figure out what that was.
Above and Beyond are a DJ people, aren't they?
A DJ
people.
They are a DJ people. You're becoming more like me.
I'm not going to assign them. They're people.
They're people.
They are.
I don't know what pronouns I use.
Imagine all
DJ
the people.
DJ people. I hope our levels are all right. I think they're looking a bit
off.
Grazie, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but you might need to get a little bit closer to your mic there.
Okay.
Are you up right on it?
How does that sound?
It looks better.
Okay, I'll stay close.
What do you
I
think?
You need to get closer. You just sound like you're a couple of rooms away sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm trying not to overdo it.
Nah, it's we moved the thing down.
Believe.
Normally I'd fix it now, but I can't because we put it below the table, which might be.
We put it below, Jack.
But it might be hard to believe. Sometimes people say I'm too loud and I speak too much.
Yeah, I don't know where they got that from.
No.
Crazy. All right. Moving on. I'm glad we got that out seamlessly. Is that me yelling? Am I yelling?
Yeah, you're real loud. Because I reckon you're in one and you said one needs to be the
I thought you said
lowest.
I was in 3.
No, I'm in 3. Your headphones are in 3.
Who's on first?
God.
Do you want me to turn you down?
Nah.
I'll disappear for a sec.
Yeah, mate. Oh, nothing to say, Steve.
The B is for Blue Jay.
Oh, God. Yeah, so anyway, it's we're back to the brewery showcase. We're going to do another one. It's Hutto's turn this week. I don't know, I'm a bit scared really because Hutto could have a few curveballs and also he's a bit more fit in the alcohol department than I am.
Fit?
Yeah,
so it's called being piss fit.
Yeah, he's a bit fitter than I, so I get a little bit nervous.
He's done his big pre-season.
I think it's looking better. Yeah,
Okay.
it's looking better.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
we're back.
Yes.
Righto.
Yes, welcome back.
Well, for those that listened last week, I gave a little sneak peek and said that mine was also a Queensland brewery. It is Working Title Brewing Co.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
From Newstead.
Yeah, I was really intrigued the other week when you had them. I'd seen them online, and then when we had one for the Christmas thing.
I brought the Good Times Nutella fudge.
Oh, yeah.
No, double Nutella fudge milk stout or something, and it was the best.
I hope you brought it again.
Nah. So these beers are from the Beer Drop in Sydney, because I was like trying to find a place online that sold 3 of a brewery. Like 3 beers from a brewery that were really cool. Like everywhere I kept going, I'd go on a website and be like, oh, they're awesome. Oh, I can only get 2.
Yeah.
And I only wanted to get them from one place. Now,
Yeah.
I was meant to host before Christmas. So
Stuff happened.
things happened, COVID and such. So the first beer, I'll dish out the first beer and then I'll do some info.
All right.
So the first beer is called Bubble Trouble. It is a Tutti Frutti ice cream sour.
Oh, sounds good. Can art. All right.
Can art 6%. No blurb on these. So
Now, for a 440ml can, you'd think there'd be adequate space to put a blurb.
yeah, so they just put their brewery information and then a massive barcode. There's a big barcode.
That's a big bag.
So yeah, let me pour it out. Were you purposely doing ASMR, or were you just...
Yeah, no, I was silent. Yeah.
Don't look at my scores.
Oh, really? No, that's a good one.
We got whiteboards now.
I feel good about it.
Yeah, so new for the listeners, we have a nice little whiteboard that Hutto's done up for Simon and I. And we can just very
No one cares
neatly,
about my scores.
neatly put our scores in. Then we can give to Hudson to collate.
Yeah, it is cool, but I also at the same time feel like it's something you would do for like you've got a kid that's got learning difficulties as well, but we've got an adult.
But we've got you.
Yeah, we've got an adult with learning difficulties because I couldn't.
Arguably Zach.
Yeah,
We've all got our difficulties.
and I only say that because I couldn't remember them. I was writing them down wrong and all these sort of things. So this is for me. I'm the tough one here. Let's have a little.
Thank you.
Oh,
Do we
smells
say what
good.
percentage this came in at?
6.
6%. 2.4 standard drinks in a 500ml can, sorry. At 60 to what I said before.
We're getting real hectic with the ASMR from Simon.
Sorry, I was just doing how a dog would sniff it.
Just before we go on, blurb zeros all round, obviously.
Yeah. Do we do a baseline of 2.5? Like, does it affect the scores too much?
Or do we start using the online selling point?
Don't know.
Well, no, I think like that's why I've got the 2 tables online. So if you want to get a raw taste, what we think just raw, what we'd rate the beer, go look at that. But if you want the whole package, the whole Border Barrels package, then you go to that other one.
Yeah. No, this is quite good.
What I'm getting from this, it's more beery than I expected.
Yeah.
So you get some sours where, like last week, the one we spoke about with the champagne ginger backing to the Royal Fruit Cup. This one you can tell is because some people drink sours, given sours to people, and they've said, "How is this a beer?" I don't think anyone would have trouble identifying this as a beer, but the light fruitiness on top of the beer, I'm gonna say like lactosey sort of soury lactosey finish as well.
Sweet.
It's sweet and it's very, very nice because it starts like a beer, then you get all the flavour after. I find.
Yeah, it's nice and light. And I would have to say, Bubble Trouble is quite an apt name if the bubbles are referring to as bubble gum, because I'm getting bubble gum flavour, but I don't know how. I don't quite understand how I'm getting that, but I can definitely taste that for sure.
It's like a more like acidic version of the blue flavoured frozen Coke from the cinema.
Yeah, a little bit. Yep. Also, I think the can art, like, that's cool, but like, I think it's an underrated thing because it's Bubble Trouble, right? So subconsciously, I'm like, I wonder what this is going to be. Oh, sorry, the front of my mind, I'm like, what is this going to be? But subconsciously, I already know it's going to be some sort of bubblegum situation because it's like, it's telling me that the imagery is telling me it's going to be bubblegum, so therefore I taste it, which is clever.
Yeah, it's like a leading question almost.
Yeah, it's good. What do you reckon, Hud?
Yeah, I think it's also like it's got the sweetness, obviously, like from the ice cream sour part, and there is the fruity. I guess in my mind, Tutti Frutti's like almost like a splice.
Yep.
But so I don't get that as much. But that's in my mind. They didn't really offer that to me. So it doesn't deduct from as advertised. But when I read it, I was like, this is what it'll be. And then it wasn't quite.
I don't think I know what a Tutti Frutti is.
It's an insult.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
I've heard it as an insult, not on many other things.
All right, Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti is a colourful confectionery containing various chopped and usually candied fruits.
Can you give us a picture?
That's just...
I'm thinking of Cadbury Marvellous Creations.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, I recognise that. Oh, yeah.
So I kind of get that, but not...
They're like
not
lolly teeth.
Yeah.
Like mine are. They're a bit rough.
That's why you hear your lips smacking all the time. It's like your teeth are just...
Trying to get out. Move on.
So for value, for you guys to get a score, I don't have the individual beer values because it came in a 4-pack with that double vanilla, the fudge stout, for $48 for 4.
Okay.
So the only method I can work off is that they're all $12.
So this isn't available on its own on another
It
website?
is.
To look
Yeah.
at the
I can
price?
go onto their website.
We can do the 12 if
No,
you'd like
let me have a look. It's not what I working title brewing.
There's not a quality little section here, but I would say this is another. There's something Akasha about this as far as like it just tastes quality. It doesn't taste. I know
synthetic.
It tastes. Yeah, I don't know. It just tastes really good.
Yep.
Yeah, like it.
They're our baseline for tasting good.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I think because they were our first proper brewery journey. Like, the first time we sat down with someone from a brewery and we drank a range of beers just from that brewery that wasn't just going somewhere and buying a tasting paddle. And we had it explained to us. That's why. I think that's why they're the baseline.
Yeah, but as well, it just so happened that they made... I don't know. It's just... This is really clean, crisp, and it tastes like good quality.
I'm surprised sorry, one last thing, Hudson. I'm surprised it's not sickly sweet. I was actually thinking this might taste good.
I'm glad it's not.
After a few mouthfuls, I might be like, oh, I don't think I could drink the full can, though. I think I probably could.
Yeah, no, I could, easy.
It's getting better.
Yeah, no, it's great.
There's a couple of places that have it. Melbourne places are looking about $15 for the can, but that's because they've got to send it down. So I'm going to go from my beer dealer, because they're also in Queensland, $10.
They're
well
priced.
Yeah, in that case.
So $10, 2.4 standard drinks. Geez, that's not bad. What's that? It's 6%. It's not a percent a dollar.
Still good.
But it is a lot of
500
beer
ml
for...
Yeah, no, it's good.
Underrated part of working title is their logo. I've always found because I haven't bought any of their beers myself, but seen the logo advertised or seen them advertised enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes less is more.
Basic, yeah. But it looks like I've had a look at their merch and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
On merch, as advertised. Yeah, I'll give it that. And then Untapped.
See, I've been a bit harsh on Untapped. I think I'm liking this more than I might change mine. Can I change mine?
Yeah.
Stop copying my homework.
Oh, really?
I saw the eyes glance. No, I don't know. I can't see yours.
Give me a quick rundown before you give me Untapped. Yeah. We'll just read out Untapped, I reckon.
Okay, so Untapped score is 4.
Okay, cool. Sime, 4. All right, cool. I reckon I'm going to give it a 4.25.
Yeah, because
I'm actually surprised because I don't really go for a light. Like 6% is probably heavier sour, but it's still not quite imperial sour.
Yeah, this is interesting. So I've given it a 4. This is not what I would usually give a 4, nor what I'd normally drink. But I think it just deserves
the quality
a 4.
of it is.
Yeah, it's good.
Interestingly, we've talked about this so many times about the ABV of a sour and how thin they might taste or how full they may taste. Interestingly, I think that this tastes slightly thinner than the one we had last week that was 5.5%, the Royal Fruit Cup. However, doesn't detract from the overall enjoyment of the beer because the other flavours work their way in to create a nice balance anyway.
I reckon the Fruit Cup was less thin because there was so much going on.
Yeah, I reckon.
And it was like the champagne.
Yeah, I reckon this... Yeah, fuck, do I know? Who knows? I can't decide. We could talk about this all day.
So I don't know where you were going, and you didn't know where you were going in the end.
No, so I reckon the fruit cup was thinner than this.
Interesting.
But
okay.
it was it had more flavours going on. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know. But it's bloody, they're both good. But that fruit cup is bloody good.
Anyway, while we finish those, should we get into some notes? Oh, you already finished. Maybe I'll just get the second beer, and instead of talking about that beer in depth, we get through some notes.
I want to hear about working title.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant? Yeah.
Well, but we want to drink a beer while we're doing it.
No, we bloody may as well drink a beer, eh? Bloody drink a beer.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'm stealing.
Yeah, you used all
just
three of
grabbed- yeah.
yours. That's okay.
All right. Beer number 2. So we're going up in ABV.
AVB.
AB de Villiers. And the second beer from Working Title is brewed in collaboration with Supreme Coffee. It is a Affogato and cream ale.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
7%, 2.8 standard drinks. Again, no blurb, but
So is that technically a brown ale?
I don't know. No, it's coffee ale.
Coffee ale. All right.
We'll see how it pours.
Yeah.
I assume a brown ale is more to do with
The English
a malt
style.
or a yeast
Yeah,
potentially, as
not
opposed
the
to
fact that it's brown.
an additive that just is the colour.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a wild guess.
Well, I hope it's not a brown ale because I don't know brown ales. They're not very good.
But
This
one day
pours
we'll have a brown
caramel.
ale,
Oh,
I think, and we'll
well,
on this
well,
podcast, and
hopefully.
we'll.
Interestingly, it's the similar colour to the old Midder bloody...
Cafe lager.
Yep.
Well,
Now, was that a cafe, Hudson, or is that a bean collector? I was going to say
Who?
a coffee bean manufacturer.
this
the
one.
Supreme.
Supreme Coffee, I would
Yep.
assume, are roasters.
That's
But they
what I
might
was-
have their own cafe.
I thought of bean counter before I thought of the word roasters.
There you go. Which is an accountant for those playing at home.
So it's called Reign Supreme.
And
by
this
the way.
accountant
I
makes
didn't
great
know that.
beers.
Yes, always on the money.
Thank you.
Good. Right.
Whoa. Bloody...
Initial thoughts, and then we'll. It smells like coffee.
Bloody smells like most of my mornings. It's like this coffee, but there's still a hint of beer there from last night.
Speaking of sweet,
This doesn't taste what it smells like, in my opinion.
It does not.
the aftertaste does in your throat.
A little more.
It gets there.
But the smell of this was almost like that at the back of a brewery smell when it's like, oh, they've just chucked some stuff out the back. I'm not going to say I was worried. I was confident that the taste would make up for it, but it's really creamy coffee, but clearly beer.
Well, exactly like an affogato. Isn't affogato just like coffee over ice cream?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Right. Working Title Brew Co.
That last bit I got was
Yeah,
the ice
coffee.
creamy part, I reckon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't have a tap room that you can go to. You can't.
Heard that.
Like, so.
What working title?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So, but they do have a brewery. It's at in Doggett Street in Newstead
Yeah.
in Queensland.
That's a nice part of town as well.
They sell takeaways at the brewery with a predetermined collection time because they're not always there.
Too busy brewing.
Yeah, so it'd be
Yeah, fair
like they're
enough.
there for brewing hours, but like they're busy, busy lives.
Just trying to figure out the name of the brewery.
Yeah, they're still working.
Yeah, they're still working on it.
So it's mostly copied and pasted off the website because there's a little bit of info, but not heaps. But I saw the first, like when you click on About Working Title, the first line, great beer comes in many forms. Sometimes it derives from a meticulously planned scientific hypothesis, but often results from that "wouldn't it be great if" moment, which seems pretty apt with these. Like I've never seen a Working Title beer that's just standard. You know what I mean? It's not just like pale ale.
Here's our pale ale.
Yeah, like in one of my advent calendars, it was like a Twisted Pine West Coast IPA, so it was like super piney. No, it wasn't exactly that, but it was, yeah. So it's a passion project of two mates who have been working in, around, and over a beer for the last decade. Luke Shield, the head of arts and crafts.
How good.
Luke has made a reputation for himself churning out illustrations, design and branding for bars and breweries in and around Brisbane. He wants to make IPA bitter again, but if you don't look straight at him, you'll see a sly smile over a hazy or two before the hot burn sets in and sends him reeling. So he wants them.
Sounds like an
hoppy
IPA
and bitter,
guy.
but we'll happily have a hazy.
Sorry, I just burped.
I didn't hear it.
I know you didn't, and you won't.
The second man, Mark Howes, is the fermentologist. After more than a decade at the University of Queensland, Mark Howes has been developing Newstead Brewing Co., Brisbane's largest family-owned brewery. As Newstead hits its own straps, Mark is ecstatic to have this opportunity to start from scratch, doing what he loves every single day.
Yeah, how good. That's the dream.
So it says, that's it, just two mates having a crack at every possible beer they can conceive.
Yeah.
Unapologetically bold and uncompromising in their quest for full flavour and quality. Fearless beer, it's what we're all about. And their motto, no rhyme, no reason, just good beer.
Yeah, well, that changes things a little bit, really, doesn't it? Because the context of this beer, I'm like, it's not my favourite.
Yeah.
But it's like, in the context of that, it's like, yeah, well, yeah, go. Like, bloody...
Well, they're basically like us when we talk about beer, like when Zach posed that question, like, what beer would you make? They're just like, fuck it, let's just pick these things.
Yeah. But I think they've done a very good job at those things.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like this is the best beer that we've ever made. It's like, this is this beer, and we have other beers that are cool too. So I'm going to look more into these guys for sure.
You should jump onto their website, like, because these are like what I've got today are very, very basic compared to like what stuff you can get on there. Like, you go to the first page of the shop.
Do they have some named, like some of the names I throw out in the podcast when I can't remember what they're actually called?
There's called Bliss, which is a dark berry and cacao sour.
Cacao.
A camel snapback.
That's a hat with a camel on it. He's doing the old man look at his laptop.
because they're small pictures in the right. Deception, a bourbon barrel-aged salted peanut and chili imperial stout.
Yeah, like I wouldn't. That's crazy.
It's coming up next.
Yeah, that's it. Who
imagine.
knows?
Nah, it's not a stout next. One more for good measure. What's another cool one that they've got?
Haywire? Oh, whatever that one
Lost
is.
Valley Nectaron Modern Dipper. Oh, that's just with that new Nectaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we like.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a bloody heap. That was just the first 3 pages. There's 7 pages, and I didn't even read out all of them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they're all crazy. And that Good Times is the best beer ever.
Yeah, so I'd have to say, anyone attending GABS this weekend, is that the one at Geelong?
Oh, the Gab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that Aubrey had a couple of times but hasn't had since COVID.
Yeah, but
So it's like a
or
toned
GABS later on, if you are going to the festival, this is probably one of the ones you want to go to, because if they're just making these on a Tuesday, imagine what they make for GABS. You know what I mean? Like if they're just like,
Well, we know.
Yeah, well we do, but I didn't think we didn't go to work. We weren't aware of Working Title last year. I wasn't aware of much after about 9 o'clock, but anyway, that's okay. But yeah, Working Title would be one to visit for sure, because it sounds like they got some cool stuff. Yeah.
I was recto.
No,
It was a great time.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, so that Good Time Nutella Fudge Double Milk Stout was their Gabs beer.
There you
So
go.
we got there in the end.
I'm glad we didn't get there, because I would have ran away with a keg.
Side note, Gabs 2023 dates have been announced. Melbourne, 19th to the 21st of May. So don't put anything else in the calendars.
Yeah, now...
Because we're going to have to do 3 days.
Well,
or at least 2.
Something. We just need to...
We're spacing.
Yeah, we need to plan it or something.
We're going to go to the Powerade brewery in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the Mount Franklin stand?
No, Melbourne must have the IV on
Oh,
demand.
as if they don't. If they don't. Like, they have to, because I would...
Can you fill it with Deed's infernal agreement,
Yeah.
First put the stuff in that hydrates.
Yeah, I would honestly do that, like half time. Everyone just gets an IV and then you go again.
Oh, I couldn't think of anything worse.
Really? I'd do it.
Needles
I'd
terrifying.
100%.
needles.
I'd do it.
But yeah, righto. What do you reckon of the beer? So you're not completely sold on the beer, but you appreciate.
Yeah, as advertised, I would say is a 4 for sure.
Yep.
Can
I reckon this can art's like prime, like 70s or 80s. Like, it reminds me of the carpet
it's a bit
I
cooler.
assume Charles Manson had.
yeah.
Not him specifically, but like that era of like Beach
Or
Boys.
it reminds me of a
like-
film. just the colour scheme.
The nice guys.
The nice guys! I was going to say this. What about
There
that?
you go. That's pretty good.
We've never been on the same wavelength that
That's
closely
awesome. That's
before.
huge. How much was it?
Well, yeah, I was working off the $12 title.
While you look that up, I like it a bit more than you, Simon.
Yes.
I'm giving it a really generous untapped rating because it's quite unique, but it also nails the as advertised for me as well. So I've got a bit of an above 4 score for that. I don't think, George, shout out to you, I don't think I would buy it again because I'm so happy with having this once and enjoying it. But I actually, aside from this podcast, I'm not sure when I would enjoy this beer the most. I can't think of a time of day in a setting where I would be, can't wait to grab this, except for this sort of having beers with you guys on a podcast.
Because it's not refreshing enough for the heat. It's not decadent enough to be dessert.
I don't want coffee. I don't have coffee at night most of the time either.
You don't want it to be like one of 4 beers you have because it's a bit rich. Yeah, it's kind of hard, it's impossible to place.
Yeah, but for this setting, I really enjoy it. It's actually weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I wouldn't buy it again though. Which seems
No,
odd,
but as well, I think as I was mentioning in the context of like, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but like they're cranking this out on a Tuesday. Oh, let's just try and make this. Well, you bloody well made it. You did a good job.
I've got bits of coffee in mine.
Yeah, same.
Is that?
You can actually see them.
Yeah, you can.
Sediment.
I wonder if that's meant to be that way.
I hope so. I love floaties. Most beers I have with floaties are great. Except one, but we won't name them.
And it threw me off the whole thing. I haven't had one since.
That brewery have redeemed themselves, and I think I sent you guys a picture last night.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, no, I think they put up an apology in the... Was it the GABS 8-pack?
No.
That brewery?
No. This was one that may have had a former Will Smith character in cartoon form.
And and one that you may have fell at the feet of the rep when we're like, and that's Hudson. When we're talking to him at Gabs.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Not on purpose. I didn't fall at his feet.
You're just showing how good you are at planking.
As Crowded House would sing.
That's it. How much? What? $12?
Hud would walk
11.
He'd walk 500 miles.
Oh, it's still pretty. Yeah.
And then 500 more.
That's not Crowded House.
No, but fall down at your door.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've given it.
What price
guys.
was it? Sorry.
$11.
Ooh.
4, 0, 4.
It's just so funny when you think you can't,
3.2.
like what beers we're drinking now. It's like, what other beers can they make?
Zach, 4.25.
And I say they, like people refer to
3.5.
the government. Like, it's like, what
They
do you
need to do something about this.
Why don't they do something about this?
I find myself, I don't say that out loud, but do you find yourself
4
thinking
and
that
4.
more
Cool,
than you
thank
say
you.
it?
Yeah.
I do that with the weather and then realise how preposterous that is for me to even think.
Yeah, well, I often
Not
think...
with climate change different.
No.
It's been raining way too much. Like they
Turn
need
it down.
to build something up there.
Yeah, need to
A
sort it out.
dome. A dome?
The dome.
Yes,
the
yeah,
dome.
the dome.
A dome. I never realised that you do you purposely pronounce the N in government?
No,
Okay.
government.
Government.
Just you said
No, it was
without
quite-
the-
it was quite
when you
sharp.
said it before, you said government.
Yeah,
Government. Yeah.
No, so
Government.
when I said it, my brain went, what?
Yeah, okay.
What have you said? Government. Government. That's what it is.
All right. Everyone, you bloody
Oh, yeah.
smash it down.
Yeah, we're bloody.
You were reading,
The
to
guys
be-
are thirsty,
be
eh?
fair.
Let's get on. So, is working title
Can
a
I
nod
have
to
those
like
2
working
glasses?
title films? Do you think, or
Or are they just working on a title?
yeah, I don't know, because you know how there's a few working title like production companies.
I
and stuff?
assume that they weren't going to go with working title, wrote it on the board, and then went, you know what, that works. Sell it up.
Yeah, stuff it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But I thought of one before on our podcast. Again, people can steal this idea, but Baseline Brewing.
Oh yeah, and just
Base.
I just brew like just baseline beers.
Well, just like the baseline of quality.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, I thought you were doing like it was a Dizzy Rascal.
Oh, I wouldn't know Dizzy Rascal.
You know
I've
that?
seen Dizzy Rascal live.
Yeah.
The only Dizzy Rascal I know now is that now I'm in my 30s. When I get on a trampoline and do a front flip, I get vertigo.
I'm a baseline junkie. That one.
Bonkers.
That's playing in my mind over and over again.
Righto. Third and final working title brew beer is a return of the classic Hudson IPAs. Shakedown. Lime Milkshake Double IPA.
Oh, jeez.
8.5%. this can is 3.4 standard drinks.
Okay, it'll send you.
You can pour me the slightest bit less, please.
I shan't.
Ah.
Yeah, I remember he sort of didn't really do that, did he?
I gave you the end of my.
Yeah,
stout
well,
last
look,
week.
I'll do you
I
this.
gave-
year.
I
I'll
gave
bloody
you
sort
my
it out.
drinks.
I'll sort it out. And I enjoyed it.
I said this in the Blackman's pod, but the can art isn't all that different, but because of the colours, it's the best one.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah.
You reckon this one is? I like the bubble one.
I like the Reign Supreme.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I like that one.
Well, I bloody like that one.
Oh, lemon lollipops.
Licking a lemon lollipop and lily hammer.
Gee, the colours. Oh, there's more floaties. There's lots of them.
Oh, it's like bubble tea. I've never had
Do you
bubble
know what I heard
tea.
of before?
Was I meant to shake it? Is that why it's called Shakedown? Shakedown.
Shake up.
Shake up.
Shake up.
Shake up, stupid.
Shake up. Shake down.
A British podcast was talking about you can get a thing in an. I don't know if it's meant to be a
I hope
prank.
that's meant to be in there.
Coffee tea bags.
Yeah.
But like, would you prank someone with that, or would you buy them because they're good?
What do you mean?
Well, it's like, oh, do you have any tea? It's like, I sure do. It's like, it's coffee.
Ah.
Suck shit. Or would you actually get it because, oh, the coffee tea is like very nice? I don't know.
Coffee tea.
Well, it's coffee tea bag.
But it's just really just coffee, but in a control. Like you
But
don't.
I wonder
you
if
just
it
pull it out
actually,
and
because
throw
I
it in.
haven't really seen it before.
Yeah.
I wonder if like having it that way makes it suck.
I don't know. I would have to say that I've only seen it recently too.
Oh, it passes the smell test.
Does it? Most of
That
the
is
milkshake's still in there.
delicious smelling. They like their lactose, don't they?
It smells like footy bag a bit.
No.
Yeah, it's got a bit of footy bag about it.
Well, hang on. Maybe that's why I like it so much.
Oh, interesting. So
Yeah,
what's
it's like there's a lot of there's like more lime than I was ready for.
yeah? What yeah? What is it? It kind of tastes like it tastes like Stone and Woods. What's the other project? Counterculture.
Counterculture.
It tastes like the margarita beer.
Oh yeah, because that was
Yeah, it tastes like a lot of the margarita
Had a
beers
heap
that
of
I've
lime.
had. That's really interesting. Yeah, heap of lime and a fair bit of lactose. Yeah, right.
yeah right.
Yeah, right. All right.
I
There
like
you go.
the art. I think it's cool. I still
Yeah.
Reign Supreme.
Yeah.
Reign.
So
Supreme.
what's the name of it again? Sorry.
Shakedown?
But what's the
Lime milkshake double IPA.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Oop, wrong one. Oop, boop.
I like this whiteboard. This is fantastic.
As advertised. Well, it's very limey. I don't get like the milkshake here. Like I want it to be creamier. Like there's lactose in there, but it's not a creamy lactose.
Yeah, but it's used in a different way. It like really accentuates the lime rather than being creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. There you go.
It's funny if I told all the listeners to go and pour themselves a glass of milk, get some lime juice or some fresh lime and squeeze it in, you'd probably say, no, honestly, fine, thank you, I will not do that.
Yeah,
But as a beer,
yeah.
I really, really like it.
Well, I think the term milkshake is a lot different. It doesn't taste like milk. Can we all agree, and correct me if I'm wrong, the term milkshake just is basically saying that it has lactose in it. Is that sort of
I
what?
In
believe.
beer.
Yeah.
In beer, yes.
Yeah.
Not milkshake in general.
That's probably where I'm leaning.
Yeah, okay. And we don't know, so if there's anyone else that wants to write in and tell us, that's all good. I have no issues with that. We're trying to learn as we go here.
But this is a first. Can the ad advertised be the design of the can almost looks like the beer?
Yeah, well, yeah, it does.
Look at that.
Yeah, I do wonder if the floaties are
Lime.
yeah. Oh well, yeah, it could be. I'm not too sure.
Is it real lime? It's not just we just added a bunch of
Real lime.
Woolies brand lime
Oh,
juice.
so lime puree was added during fermentation.
Ah, that's exactly what it is.
Yep.
All right. There we go.
There's your quality thing you came back to.
A
before,
rich oat-laden protein-heavy mash was injected with cashmere, citra, and motueka. Lime puree was added during fermentation.
There is
You almost went through the table.
my gavel, my
WWE.
gavel elbow. There, you said it smelled like footy bag,
Yeah.
and that
Motueka.
was quite similar to
Oh,
last week.
cashmere.
The cashmere, and it's got cashmere in it.
There you go.
Cashmere footy bags.
I'm getting less footy bag now.
Maybe
She will learn a
that's a
lot.
beer that you could, like a like instead of calling it Cashmere Double Dry Hop Single Hop IPA that Revel did, it's Revel Footy Bag.
Yeah.
But also...
Double Dry Hop Single Hop IPA.
But poor Kingy over there, there's a chili version because someone's put deep heat in his undies while he's having a shower and he doesn't know yet.
You're playing Russian roulette with the beer.
Can you guys tell that was a true story that I just ran off?
Yes, we can.
Did you change his name for
Stingy?
privacy purposes?
But
Key to Stingy.
but it's not actually a chili version; it's a feijoa version. Because if you so feijoa is native to New Zealand, but if you have a whiff of those, deep heat.
Oh, right.
And you've had a few feijoa beers.
It stung so much that he ripped it off and now he's got a feijoa.
Oh, gosh. All right, well...
I hated that.
Yeah, well.
I did not enjoy that.
God.
Right, give me your scores.
Yep. This is...
Oh, actually, the beer... the only place I could find it was Plonk in Canberra.
Plonk. Bloody
and
Plonk.
It was $13.90.
Okay.
For how many? 3.4 standard drinks, 8.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. All three beers have been over a 4 for Untapped for me, though.
This is the most unique beer I've had on this podcast.
Yeah, this isn't one that
too
I...
experimental for you, Simon.
Yeah, I don't know. I like them. So as I sort of come back to, it's probably not something that I would drink normally. Oh, 4.25. Jeez.
So this is my favourite beer of the pod.
Okay, cool.
I should also mention that as of late, having gone through some different recipes at home, making dinners, we've discovered that adding lime juice to most things
just really
makes
wakes
it
it up.
taste better.
Yeah.
So this is a thing. So one of the best ones that you wouldn't think, peanut chicken.
Yeah, okay.
Fresh lime juice on top of that.
Yeah.
Best. Amazing.
Yeah, well, I thought you were going to say peanut butter toast.
I feel like, why, since he got that 3 kilo jar, has he just been making, everything's peanut butter.
Well,
all
fair
food
enough.
that he's talked about is peanut butter.
That's why I'm enjoying these so much, because it's the first thing that doesn't contain peanut butter that I've had in about a month.
So why is that a different size? Is that 501?
What?
Is it a different size or not? Oh, it looked like a different size.
No.
Sorry. Don't worry about me, guys.
An interesting score trend based on the Border Barrels beer review system is that Simon's highest rated beer was the Bubble Trouble. My highest rated beer was the Reign Supreme, and Zach's highest rated beer was the Shakedown.
Yeah,
It
it's
went
good.
by can art.
Yeah. Basically, my highest rated can art was the Reign Supreme. Syme's... Oh, you just gave 4 for all of them.
Yeah, I just really like it. I liked it because you can tell it's probably the same person who worked on all the can art, and I like the theme of it, so I gave him a 4. But I just like I like that beer a little bit better.
Fair enough.
But yeah, as I said, quality ingredients I would have to say are used, and I would have to say that's the lime puree, and like that's what you want, because you don't want you don't want unnatural lime flavour in there. You want the real deal.
And you can tell.
Like Coles brand lime juice.
Yeah.
I assume that's just lime, but...
It's funny, I quoted the Woolies one before.
Oh.
So I wonder which one's better.
The nice guys. We've got to get back on the same page.
Yeah, see how you go.
Aldi.
Yeah, so we don't have quality as a thing in there, but you're giving it 5s all around.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, because even though I didn't like the styles of beer, you can just tell they were good. They were really well done. Like, yep, we've given that a crack. You've given it a bloody good crack. Because there's other beers, I know, won't name the brewery, but there was a particular, there's been a few pina colada beers that have come out. Probably 4 or 5 I've tasted. And there's a few that just this is a beer that's had some sort of flavour tipped in over the top.
An additive.
Yeah,
like
and then
a syrup.
Yeah, and then there are some that it's like, okay, this has been built from the bottom with the intention for this is exactly what it tastes like.
Deconstructed.
The ad as advertised. Oh, his eyes closed over. No, but
The lights are on.
the as advertised.
They're looking at me.
Ranges from 2 to 5, pretty much. Anyway, very good.
When you get down the bottom, it's just lime.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thick as.
Yeah.
That's that last one's probably the most unique beer, I think, of the whole journey so far. All 3 have been.
Out of every
today,
beer
but-
we've had, I'm just having a quick look.
Yeah, that's 100% lime too, because you can feel, that good on him. That's great.
Up until pretty much last week with the Ether versus Revel, we had only had one non-IPA.
Now we've had plenty.
which was a stout. And now we've had...
And I mean, this counts as one, but
that's an
the
IPA.
Shakedown counts as one. But, I mean, really.
That's why I was like, I want to get away from IPA.
Yeah.
And it's hard because I wouldn't buy a sour for myself, but I was like, that seems really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Very good.
Well, there you go.
Anything else, boys? Anything happening?
Did you mention when they came into existence, Working Title? I may have missed that if you
They
did
didn't
mention
actually, it's
Doesn't
not on their
say?
website. No.
Ooh, they just turned up out of nowhere.
They're just
it. Might have to do some research on
Maybe there's some of them
Instagram.
aliens
aliens.
coming from intergalactic America. Intergalactic.
I hope this isn't your outro.
No, I don't. That's sorry, I haven't got anything. That's a bit sus if they don't have a date where they existed because they literally just turned up online.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
They just.
To be fair,
yeah,
so
I
did
don't
Fox
know.
Friday.
They've got
Yeah.
a cool thing, though. If you go to their website, they have a Beer Geek Wednesday. So every Wednesday they'll do, not every Wednesday, but on Wednesdays they put up like a blog post. So the latest one was all about spunding.
Oh, cool. We should probably start reading it.
The one before was all about cashmere hops. Beer judging, acetaldehyde,
Acetaldehyde?
sure. Chili in beer, packaging, barrels and beer, cleaning, diacetyl.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, mashing, nitro beer, putting deep heat in your mate's jocks.
Oh, that is one. I can see it from here. Crazy. High gravity brewing. That's interesting.
Because it's a catch-22 because you want to put the deep heat in your mate's jocks, but you don't want to put your hand where his crutch has been.
Yeah, true.
They're usually the clean ones, though. That's why.
Yeah,
You've got
but
the clean
footy
ones.
boys, you can't.
See,
trust
I don't know. This might be controversial, but when I played soccer, I'd put the jocks on that I wore before the game. So because I'd wear jocks to the game, take them off to put me skins on. Because I know footy people wear jocks under their skins, which is defeats the purpose.
Have I ever told you I took your advice?
Yeah,
I haven't done that for years now.
Yeah,
the jocks
that's
come
the
off and the
point.
skins go on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and also it's one of those things. And people that have lived through the skinny jeans era will know what I'm talking about. So if you have something looser than the top layer of clothing, you're not having a good time.
Yeah, no, because it's creases all
And
around.
when you're pulling them out all the time, you got to have So the tightest clothing has to be on the bottom. So in that case, the skins. And I think they are designed that way. It's not. But if you were to wear them to footy training, you'd probably put shorts over the skins.
Yeah, that's an issue that I have with all footballers.
Not the long ones.
That's so,
Absolutely.
What do you mean? So with shorts, you would, but not long ones.
You're saying that when you tackle someone, there is quite literally
At
0.5 mil of material separating your wang and their leg.
At training. Well, if we do tackling at training, because I don't wear the long skins during the game.
No,
obviously.
I understand
Yeah.
that, but you wear shorts in the game.
Yeah, not at training though.
Why?
So
Is
no
it
one else
slowing you
does, or
down?
just you?
No, I think if you wear shorts over the skins, you get a fine.
You definitely,
that's-
it's
that's
footy. You
super
you get
weird.
bullied for sure.
Yeah.
But I wore them to the. Now I also need to point out.
If you go to the gym and you wear skins,
Wait, I've wore
you wear shorts.
underwear under the skins at the gym.
So you don't wear shorts over them.
No, so I once. The technicality.
That's some kind of illegal.
Here's the technicality. I got a fine for not wearing shorts over the skins at the gym.
Yeah, because you're in public.
Yeah, well, I learnt this after.
I can't
did
just
it.
wear me undies down the street.
Yeah, but I wore undies under the skins.
So it's super tight.
It is tight.
No one needs to see your bulge,
Camel tail.
bulge.
Anyway, we'll keep moving on. But that bloke's giving the world's longest wink right now. Look at him.
still going.
It's still going.
UFC's on.
Yeah, and he got his
Someone
eye
does.
definitely closed.
Also,
Poor bugger.
Brian, if you've listened this far, again, which turns out you do.
We're not giving him anything this time because he
Ah.
writes in.
Yeah.
No, just to mention.
No, we're not promising anything this time.
No promises.
No promise. We'll try.
But yeah,
But we do have beers for
that's
you.
what I wanted to get to.
We just don't know how they will
Come on,
end up with you.
show him what he got.
All righto.
Brian, I know we shouldn't make promises.
Yeah, we're showing this for one listener in particular, but like we want people to get involved. So I'm not saying you're going to get a 6-pack, but if you message in or you say you've listened to the whole podcast, there's a chance that you'll get something out of it. So please let us know.
And
Yeah.
we consider ourselves pretty good at curating 6-packs.
Yeah.
So if I were to drink these, let me do it in the order I drink these based on ABV. Oh, that'd take too long. Fuck it. I don't care anymore.
No, we can figure it out.
So the 6 beers, 3 of them are from breweries that have been featured on the pod as brewery showcases. So we do have 2 from Sunday Road. There is their new Czech Pilsner for the Pilsner fans. Hopefully you are, Brian. And then we have their new Figure 8 Hazy Double IPA.
Highly recommended beer that I had last night.
The other one that we featured on the pod was a Kaiju beer. So this is their new mutation program. It is the crisp New Zealand Pilsner with a 5 out of 5 can art again.
Yes.
And then we've got the little cans, but don't let that fool you because they're some big beers.
Yeah, that's some big
we've
beers.
got a T-Bone Brewing out of Tasmania. New, I don't think they're completely new, but
I hadn't heard
new
it.
for
I
us.
hadn't heard, yeah.
I know Bonehead from Melbourne.
Fruit Bowl IPA, sorry. It is a 6% IPA.
Comes with a free frogger.
And then we've got the Banks Brewing Scoop Vanilla Stout. I was really intrigued by that. Vanilla Stout sounds decadent.
Yes.
And the is it the Coupe de Grande? Is that the saying?
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Sure.
You said it Australian. Coup de grace.
Colin de Grandham.
Je m'appelle
Colin de
Hudson.
Grandhame.
This Hope Brewing Salted Caramel Hazy Triple IPA.
Simo,
That's huge.
you
That's
have
awesome.
tried that beer.
Yeah.
Do you know when?
Oh, I can't remember. I do remember having it though.
2021 AFL Grand Final night.
Oh.
Because it's the second time I think they've brewed this.
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Yeah, it's
I hope it's not the
as
same.
advertised. 17 out of 5.
Yeah, fair enough. It's definitely exactly what it is. But yeah, Brian, they're yours, mate. So we're going to contact you and just let you know how to get
You
those.
did the thing that we said to do.
Dodecahedron.
Yes, dodecahedron. That was pretty good.
And we shan't do that again for quite a while.
No, it's good. But I hope you enjoy them and get back to us and let us know what you reckon and send us in a bloody message.
And
I'd love it if you sent us in a message.
Voice message.
Voice message. Yes.
On Anchor. And also send us in your reviews on them using the Border Barrels review system, and so I can put something on the website.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be really cool. No, that's awesome. All right, boys. Well, I think that's all we got. Grazie, you got anything else, mate?
Oh, no, the big B is for bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Hutto, nothing?
Nah.
Okay, all right. We'll leave it at that.
I did all my talking.
Yeah, bloody...
Kick a barrel, drink a nice beer.
Oh,
And feed 'em Mungo.
Feed 'em. Oh, yeah, okay, sweet.
Why do you...